PENNANT. Oh yeah, let's see here now.
Hi. Okay, are you holding out okay? No, that's good.
All right, well, it looks like we got everything up and running. Here we go. Game number 132 of the chase for the pennant. The Seattle Mariners going up against the Chicago White Sox here. Game number 132. So far, our record in this replay is 8-7. We are 67-64 going into this game. We've won 4 games in a row, actually. So we were at one point 4-7. So making a little bit of a comeback here. Let's see if we can continue things. So really good documentary on YouTube about Seattle. Basically their first 16 years of incompetence and just not able to get anything done and blah, blah, blah. And then Ken Griffey Jr. coming in, trying to revitalize the franchise. And, the whole part of it was the baseball going on, but there was also Seattle was going to move out of town. If they couldn't get a new stadium voted, and there's a lot of information that you guys should check out about this whole series. So there's your starting lineups: Coleman in the left, Sojo in short, Ken Griffey Jr. in center, Edgar Martinez, DH, Jay Brunner. Right fielder, Blowers at third, Martinez at first, Felix Furman at second, Dan Wilson's catching, Bob Wilcox is the pitcher. For the White Sox is Lance Johnson center, Norberto Martin at second, Dave Martinez at first, Frank Thomas is the DH, Robin Ventura's out there at third, Lyle Mouton is in left field, Mike Cameron is in right, Chris Tremy is the catcher, and Ozzie Guillen is the shortstop. Mike Soroka pitching today for the White Sox. He's a left-hander against the switch-hitting Vince Coleman. Let's get things underway here. Game 132. 3-2 is a possible strikeout, but that is too high, so no strikeout. Coleman will get a chance of it. 1-2, and that's going to be a fly ball, and that is going to go to center field. And I got to click back over here for some reason. Fly ball, center field. That's going to be Lance Johnson for Chicago. 1 out. Sojo moved up to the second spot in the lineup. He's batting .350 since we've been keeping track in ball score. Sojo against Soroka. 2-5 blank on Soroka. Sojo looking to get things started here. 52 against the lefty is a ground ball. And Ozzie Guillen's after it at short, and it's by him for a single. So 1 out single by Sojo. He's got an attempt of 1, -1 for Soroka, so he won't do anything. That's Ken Griffey Jr. there. Ken Griffey is up. 25. Again, 25 is a blank on Soroka. Ken Griffey. Lefty, lefty. Let's see. 6-6. And that's going to be a ground ball. This time, Ozzie Guillen is going to grab it. And we will see ground ball double play of 2. 1-2. It's going to be a double play. 3. Sojo is a base running of 2, so they will get the fielder's choice out at second. 6-4 in the put out there. And that brings up Edgar Martinez. Let's see. Ken Griffey will not go anywhere. Edgar Martinez. 2 outs here at the top of the first. 4-5. That's going to be a range play. A range play here for Chicago. And that is going to be 3. So it'll be right in the middle. It'll be interesting. 3-5. 3-5 is going to be a single in the right field. Unless, of course, the right fielder, Mike Cameron. Mike, where are you, Mikey? And in right field, he's a 4. He's going to take the single away, diving out there in right field. Stealing that hit away from Edgar Martinez, and Seattle go down quickly in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. Lance Johnson is up. Bob Wilcox is the righty pitching for the Mariners. Oh, we don't need that one. 5-3 against the lefty is a possible walk, and that's out of range, so no walk. Oh, that one popped out. Lance Johnson. 54, and that's going to be ground ball hit right at Felix Furman, who throws it on to Tito Martinez for the out. It's going to be a 4-3 put out, one away. Humberto Martin. Keep rolling them out of the tray. Crazy me. 6-5 strikeout plus, but it is not going to be a strikeout actually, as Martin is only an 8. -2 is 6. Plus a 10 for the K plus is a 16. That is a 19. So no strikeout. Roberto Martin. 4-6. That's a ground ball down to first. 2 away for Dave Martinez, the left-hander. Dave Martinez, the first baseman. 6-1. He's a lefty, so that is blank on Wilcox. Martinez, 2-3, and that's a ground ball down to third. So 3 easy ground balls, and out of the inning is Wilcox. We go to the second, still scoreless here in Chicagoland. Jay Brunner, 5-6 is a blank on Soroka. And the righty, 5-1. That's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Soroka snares it and throws it to first for the out. Mike Blowers, top of the second, still no score. That's a 4-5 range play. range play. A 6, it won't be a good play. 1-4, and that is going to be against the lefty. It would have been a single it would have been a single past the first baseman, but it's still going to be a single. Blowers will not attempt anything unless, of course, they put on the hit and run. Tito Martinez, huh? And you know what? I think I am thinking about putting on a little hit and run action here. Trying to get things going for Seattle. And we are going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to put the hit and run on. He is only a 13 steal, though. Let's see what the catcher's arm, +1. So he'd actually go to a 14. Yeah, they're going to put the steal on. Or, I'm sorry, the hit and run off with Martinez. So Soroka, 2-4. Home run question mark. Does it fall into range is the first question. Versus a lefty, it does not. He doesn't give up left-handed home runs. So it's going to come to the... It's going to go to Martinez's card then. 4-5. And that's a single. S9 and to right field. S9. And hit and run. We had the hit and run on. So to go S9 first to third is a +2 for the hit and run. +2 for the S9. And Blowers was a 2. So that's a 6. So he's an automatic going first to third on the hit and run. Perfect opportunity. Perfect call. That's going to be a single, and going to third is Blowers on the play. So runners at first and third now with 1 out. And they are going to play halfway in there in Chicago's defense. Felix Furman is up. This is the first time we've seen Furman since we've been keeping track in ball scores. You can see there's no stats for him yet. 6-2 possible strikeout, and well, Felix Furman is a 3 minus 2 would be a 1. That's a 16. So Furman will get a shot at it here. That's a fly ball that is going out into left field, and making the catch out there is going to be Lyle Mouton. Is it deep enough though? Sacrifice fly 1-2. No. So it's not automatic. Runner at third is going to be Blowers. What is his run rating? He is a 2. Arm for the left fielder, Mouton, is a -2. Wow. So they're going to hold the runner on the fly out to left field. So that's going to be it for that. So it's going to be up to Dan Wilson to do some damage here. Runners at the corners, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Perfect opportunity for some nice hit and run action. They got the runner over to third. I don't hardly ever hit and run, just like my good friend Al, Red Sox fan, who happens to be joining us. We hardly ever hit and run. But when I do it, sometimes it works out, so I should try and do it more often. Dan Wilson, come on, Danny. 6-2 possible strikeout. That is out of range, so no strikeout. Dan Wilson against the lefty. 6-2, and that's going out into deep right field. That's going to be Cameron. He's on the run and makes the catch. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless here in Chicagoland, and that brings up big Frank Thomas, the DH, of course, for your White Sox. 4-4 against a right-hander. That's an error and a throw check. So again, any error checks will come on the pink dice. Frank Thomas, possible error and a throw if we need a throw. 2-3, and that is going to be at the second baseman. Second baseman, that's going to be a single. Now the question is, second is going to be Felix Furman. What is his error check? Felix Furman, that's second, 2. We rolled a 10, so no error, but it is going to be a single for Frank Thomas. So Frank Thomas is aboard. He's an attempt of 1, -1 for Wilcox, so he won't go anywhere. Ventura, and of course, just as I start this, we have a visitor. Oh my God. Robin Ventura. 2-6, the lefty's blank. 2-6, lefty's blank. 3-6, and that's a ground ball down to first. Possible double play coming. 1 -1 is 0, so it won't be a double play. Will they get the runner at second? And that is a 4, and Frank Thomas is a 1, so they will get the fielder's choice. 3-6 on the putout at second. And that brings up Lyle Mouton. 1 out. Ooh, maybe they should put the hit and run on. What do you think about that? Ventura, what's your speed? He's only a 2. Probably not. Lyle Mouton. 5-6. Possible walk and a 1 will walk him. So runners at first and second. No need to try and steal when you can get a walk. Runners at first and second for Mike Cameron. Bob Wilcox. 6-6. Righty, and that's going to be a Starline result. Starline 6 is a fly ball out to right field. We do need to see if the runner at second can tag up. That's Ventura 1 or 2. He will tag up, actually. So he will go to third on the tag up. And that brings up Chris Tremmy. 167 average. Runners at first and third now with 2 outs. Bob Wilcox trying to get through this inning. 6-1 right-hander, and that's another star line. So good job by Bob Wilcox. That's going to be ground ball to short, and we are through 2 here in Chicagoland. No score. And, God, I should probably go out there. Well, I'll see. See if the wife needs me or not. Mike Soroka, lefty against Vince Coleman. 6-2, possible strikeout. 13 minus 2 is 11. That is strike 3 called. Vince Coleman with the strikeout. Sojo with the single. First time up. 2-4, home run question mark. This time it is a righty, 1-16. And that is within the range. The problem is Sojo versus a left-hander, 1-12 actually. 1-12. And this one is gone by Sojo. No, it is not. It's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. Unbelievable. The 20-sider hates me. That brings up Ken Griffey Jr. 2 outs here in the top of the third. 2-3, wild pitch we can ignore. 2-5 we can't ignore because that is a blank. And Ken Griffey, 2-5, ground ball to second, and that's going to do it for the Mariners. We go to the bottom of the third inning, still scoreless here. Ozzie Gillen, 1-1 wild on Bob Wilcox. He does have the special K I forgot about. I will have to remember that when it goes to the batter card. So wild, we were re-pitching because of the wild pitch. So it's a 2-3. That's a hit by pitch. Hit by pitch is 0 plus 6 by Wilcox. It's a 4, so that's going to be a hit by pitch. So Gillen's aboard. He's a 3 attempt, so he might try. We're going to throw in the dice just in case. Lance Johnson, 2-1. Lefty's blank. So nothing there. Lance Johnson. 4-2, and that's going to be a single past the pitcher. This could be trouble. First to third, single past the pitcher. You need a run rating of 4. Ozzie Gillen has a base running of 3, so they will hold him at second. But runners at first and second, and nobody out yet here. The danger zone starts. So Roberto Martin, nobody out. Not a very good bunder. Defense will play halfway. 1-5. Home run question mark versus a righty's blank. So no home run off of Wilcox. Martin, I got to remember he's got that special K rule. 1-4. That's the star line 6. It's a fly ball. It's going out to right field. And we got to find out if the runner is going to take off here and tag up. Ozzie. It's a base running of 3, so 1, 2, or 3. If it goes to right field, runner on second. Right field is his Spanish rating. So 1, 2, or 3, he'll be able to tag up. He does. Another one. Wow. Bummer. So he will tag up and go to third. So it's 1 out now. Runners at the corners. Defense will play halfway. Dave Martinez. We could use a ground ball double play. That'd be pretty good. 6-2, lefty's blank. Now remember, he's got that special K rule. Come on, let's get a strikeout. Nope. 3-6, though, is going to be star line 6. It's a fly ball. It's going to right field and caught out there. Let's see if it's deep enough. Sacrifice fly 1-3. No, it's not. The runner at third is going to be Gillen. Again, he's a 1-3. Plus or minus the arm rating. The arm rating is going to be, who is it out there in right field? Red J. Brunner. He's a -1, so it'll be a 1-2 if they send him, but they're going to send him. 1-2. Here comes the throw. 3. So, no, he does not go. I believe. Yes, 3 does not go. So no tag up and send home. Whew, so that's going to end up being just a fly out to right. Wasn't deep enough to send Gillen. And still scoreless here for Frank Thomas. 1 for 1 is Frank. 6-4. Righty is a possible strikeout, but not low enough. Frank Thomas waits on a good pitch. Here it comes. 3-2, and that is into left field, question mark, versus a right-hander, but he rolled a 20. That's a good time for that because that's going to be a fly ball to left field, making a diving stop out there left. Vince Coleman takes that away. Okay. So they get out of the inning. We go to the top of the fourth. Still no score. Both teams playing some good defense. Edgar Martinez is up. Soroka, 6-3. Ooh, that's going to be into the question marks. Versus the right-hander. 1-7 is an auto single, and that is a 7. So that's going to be a single back up the middle. Soroka can't get it, and that's going to be a base hit for Martinez. So Jay Bruner's up. Soroka, 4-2, possible strikeout, 7 minus 2 is 10. That is going to be a strikeout. Blowers. He's batting, what do we got? 389. He's hit 3 home runs for us so far. Mike Blowers, who would have thought? He's 1 for 1 as well today. 5-6 is blank, so it's going to come off Blowers' card. Come on, Blower. Let's do this. 31 against the left. He's going to be single pass short. S6. You need a base running of 5. I don't think Edgar Martinez is going to be a 5. Where's Martinez? Yeah, he's only a 2, so he will stop at second on the single. But Mike Blowers goes 2 for 2 and sets up a great opportunity for Tito Martinez. 2 men on, 1 out. 4-1, it would be an auto single if he's tired, but he's not tired yet. He can face 25 batters. Come on, Tito, we need this one, buddy. 3-4, lined it right at the second baseman, and this is going to be bonilly. This is going to be trouble because we got runners at first and second. Oh boy, lined at second. 1, 2, 3, or 4. He's going to pick someone off. 3, he's going to pick off the runner at second. Ouch. Lined it right at the second baseman and then doubled off Martinez at second. Assist goes to, you know what? We're going to just say he takes it to the bag himself. Put out to second base. There we go. Make it a little different. So second baseman with the double play on the lined out and then the tag out of on the base before the runner can get back. Wow. God. Okay, Robin Ventura against Bob Wilcox. 6-5 strikeout plus, but again... Damn. He's an 11. Minus 2 is 9. Plus 10 is 19. That's exactly what was rolled, though. I thought we missed it again. But this time, Wilcox gets a swing and a miss on Ventura. Good thing it was a K plus result. Lyle Mouton. 2-3. Another hit by pitch. He's a 7 plus 6 is 13. He's going to be hit by the pitch. So runner on, and let's see, is he will hold. Mike Cameron flew out to right field his first time up. 4-5, that against the righties and auto out. Good, good, good. That is a 6, fly ball to right. Staying on first. And that brings up Chris Trimey. Come on, let's get him out. 5-3 possible walk. No, not in range. Chris Trimey has to do it himself. 6-6, a grounder to second. Picking that one up is going to be Furman over to Martinez for the out. And we're through 4 complete here. Nothing to show for it. Felix Furman is up, second baseman. 6-3 question mark again, but that is too high this time, so no question mark result. 2-5, that's a grounder right at the first baseman. He will take it to the bag himself. Brings up Dan Wilson in 0 for 1. Batting him 267. 3-4. Possible strikeout too high, so no strikeout. 2-1. And that's a star line 1 ground ball. That one's going to short. That's going to be Ozzie. Ozzie man makes the play. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Vince Coleman. 2-3 wild pitch, which again we can ignore because there's nobody on. 4-4 is a range play. Ooh, probably going to be a good play. It's a 2. So 5-5 would have been to the first baseman, Dave Martinez. Davey at first is a 3. He's going to make the play. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Mike Soroka. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Ozzie Gillen is up. 3-5. Lefty's blank. Otherwise, it would have been a walk plus. And a 4-3. And that's going to be a single pass to shortstop. Single pass short. So that's an 8-1. That brings up Lance Johnson Gillen again. Base running of 3, attempt of 3. So we will throw that 20-sider in there. There's a small chance he might decide to take off. No advance, so 4-4. Error and a throw chance. So now we're going to look at the pink dice for an error. If there's a throw. 1-1. That's a single. Damn. Single on the left. And left fielder Vince Coleman probably does not have a 10 rating. I can almost guarantee that. But we will look just to make sure he does not. So it's still a single. S7 going first to third is a -2. That's Gillen, so he will be a 1 because he's a 3. And the left fielder's arm is a +1. So 3 - 2 is 1 +1. So he's a 1 or 2. And he will get into third base. 1, he does, as a matter of fact. Lance Johnson has got a base running of 4. So if it's less than or equal to the base running, he will advance on the throw. So Lance Johnson is going to get himself... let's see. Can we get... Let's see here. You know what? I'll just give him a double then. Fine. I don't really care. So going first to third. Trying to get him out there is Vance Coleman. And bad choice because it lets the runner move up to second. So runners at second and third with nobody out. Oh, danger, danger, danger. Defense is playing in. Defense has got to play in here. Gillen at third. Lance Johnson at second. Humberto Martin is up. 4, 5. Righties and auto out, so that's a good sign. That's a 1. It's a fly ball to left. Is it going to be deep enough is the question. Sacrifice fly. It says 9, but there's no way. I think that must be a misprint. Roberto Martin, we'll give him a 1 to 3. It's a 2, so it doesn't matter because it will be a fly out to left field. What? Hi, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Did you figure it out? Not right now, I hope. So we're gonna have to disinfect the whole house now that you've been here.
Hey, you know what's funny? If right now, if anybody sneezes or even sniffles around you, you're like, oh my god. What do you got? Get away from me.
Hey, where was the GFI?
You will not believe it. In where the suitcases are.
Oh, in the closet?
In the little cabin. You can see the pipe, the MC running down the wall.
So we looked at every single plug in this house.
Does the TV in the outside work?
The TV was not the issue, was it? You come and explain it to him.
The power doesn't work out there.
That should be on a different GFI then.
Oh my God. I'll be back.
Yeah, that's because you had two circuits running in there.
Oh, okay.
So whatever they had, I just copied basically.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's other ways you could do it now. Like I was telling you, we can eliminate the GFI in there, and we can put an arc fault, a GFI breaker. So in other words, the GFI gets taken out, a regular 20 amp receptacle gets installed, and then in the panel, we take that breaker out and put a GFI breaker.
Okay.
So the GFI breaker protects the whole circuit. So there's no more GFI you have. All the new houses have. They don't even. They do them in the kitchen still. For whatever reason, they still put GFIs in there. But you can do it either way. You can do a GFI breaker or you can do a GFI. Just anything wet breaker outside has to be protected with a GFI. That way if you're wet and you put something in there. Yeah, but again, if you guys have a problem with it, we can address it then. Right now, don't do anything about it because it's working. You've never had a problem with it really before.
No.
So it would probably maybe be that. Remember how that plug wasn't plugged in all the way?
Oh, yeah.
That could have done it too. So like say it was being contact.
Okay, back to what we were doing. So, fly ball, deep left field. Vince Coleman makes the catch. Tagging up and scoring is, what did we decide? It was a tag up, right? So Gillen's going to come in, and there's still only one out for Dave Martinez, and I gotta remember Wilcox has a special K because that might have been even like a no. Yes, it could have been a strikeout because strikeouts can't take away hits, but it can take away fly ball outs. I gotta remember that. Damn, Dave Martinez, 6-2, lefty's blank. Otherwise, it would have been a strikeout. Damn, Martinez, the lefty, 1-3. It's a fly ball to right. But it's a 3, so I will try and remember this time. Because on a right-handed batter, it is a strikeout on a 1-4 if it's an out, which it is. So instead of the out, it's actually a strikeout. So that actually is going to help because it might keep the runner from advancing over, which we've probably been forgot to do the whole game until right now. So it doesn't really hurt us because it just it's just a 1-0, but you got to remember all the rules there when you play. So Frank Thomas is up. 5-4, right-handers and auto out. Good job. Way to roll that, Frank. We needed that one. And that is going to be a fly ball to left. I got to go to lunch. Take care, one and all. Thanks a lot, Al. He will stand second. But they do score the first run of this game, and it goes to 1-0 into the top of the 6th. Soroka, again, can go, what do we decide? How many batters can he go? 25. He's only gone 18-19, so he's got a little bit more. Sojo, and he hit it foul. He's going to roll again. Soroka against Sojo. 2-5. We rolled that quite a few times because it's a blank. He has that only one number in the 2 column is a blank, so we've rolled that 2-5 quite a few. Come on, Sojo, do it for the good of the company here. Hey, he's done it. That's a ground ball past Venture at third, and in the hole. Sojo's aboard. He is a 3, so there's a chance he might do something. So Sojo with another hit. That's why he moved up to number 2 in the lineup. He's hitting well. Ken Griffey, 261 average. Come on, Ken, let's get something. Soroka, Walk plus against a lefty, he's a 14. That would be a 24. So, yeah, that's going to be a definite walk with first base open. They're going to they don't want anything to do with Ken Griffey. So that brings up Martinez. Runners at first and second, so all of the advancing is going to be called off. So Martinez, 5-1, that is a blank, 5-1 on Soroka. So Martinez waits on a good pitch. Here it comes. 1-2, and that is hit in the gap and into right field. Not catching that one is Cameron. He's going to take 2 bounces and roll to the wall. Rounding first and heading to second is Martinez. He's thinking about 3, but he will stop with a double. Ken Griffey. Oh, Griffey, what are you going to do for me lately? To -1. He is a 3. -1 would take him to a 2. They will have to roll. So 1 or 2. Ken Griffey will make it around. 3, 4, 5. He will stop. 6. He'll probably get thrown out of the plate. 4. So he will stop on the double. But the tie ball game now on the double. Sojo scores. Griffey puts the brakes on at third. And now there's runners at second and third. And nobody out for Seattle. And that puts a little bit of pressure on Soroka, who's just been cruising right through this game. So what are they going to play? Defense. They're going to play in. They got to play in. They do not want another run coming in. They've got to play in. Soroka, 4, 5. Uh-oh, it's a range play, and that is dangerous because you're playing in, and all of your defenses for your infield are -2. Oh, baby. So it is a 2, but it depends where it goes. 5-5 versus a lefty. Oh, it goes to left field. So let's see. Left fielder is going to be Lyle Mouton. Mouton is in left field. He's a 3. So he doesn't get that adjustment. So he will make the catch in left field. Now, let's see if the runner from third tags up. That is going to be Ken Griffey Jr. Well, first of all, we got to roll to see if it's an automatic sacrifice. So sacrifice on J runner is a 2. 1 or 2? No. So it will not be an auto. So we will now see if Ken Griffey is going to come home. He is a base running of 3. He will be adjusted by the outfielder's arm in left field, which I believe was like a -2, which is not going to help. Where's Mouton? Yes, he's a -2. Wow, great arm. Wow, Mouton. So it's down to a 1. So on a 1, he will make it. 2, 3, 4, 5, he will not go. And on a 6, he will probably be thrown out at the plate. And, of course, we rolled a 6. Of course we did. So that is going to be a killer here. Fly ball, left field, out and home, Ken Griffey. And that's going to be a double whammy. Assist to the left fielder. And put out by the catcher. Ugh. Oh, Ken. Oh, Ken. Oh, Ken. Of course we rolled the double 6, right? Of course we did. Runner still in scoring position, though, for Mike Blowers, batting .421. First base is open. Do they want to intentionally walk him and bring up Tito Martinez? Mike Blowers has been on a tear. He's 2 for 2 in this game. Do they want to bring up the left-hander? And they will do that, actually. They're going to intentionally walk Mike Blowers. I know it seems a little strange, but Soroka gives up no home runs versus left-handers. 0. So, and even though Tito Martinez is a better hitter, he has a 1-16 chance to give up a home run versus a right-hander. So at this point, giving up 1 run is one thing, but giving up a 3-run home run is a different thing. So they're going to go ahead and walk him and bring up Tito Martinez. Tito Martinez, 2, 5, and again, there's that 2-5 blank on Soroka. Again, we rolled it. Wow. Tito. Come on, Tito. Come on, Tito. Tito. 3-1. Nope. That's going to be ground ball down to first. And the White Sox make the right call. And this game is tied at 1-1. How many times in the history of Major League Baseball has a team gotten a runner to second and third with no outs and gotten 1 run, and then the next team gets runners at second and third with no outs and only gets 1 run? And that's what just happened to us here at Kaminsky Park in Chicagoland, where anything crazy is about to happen. Robin Ventura's up. Bottom of the 6th, 4-1. Against the lefty, and that's a single. Just a flat single by Ventura. All right, Lyle Mouton. Ventura's not going anywhere. Lyle Mouton. 1-2 righties, a possible strikeout, but the 20-sider says, oh no, you got to make him work for this one. Lyle Mouton, who threw out Ken Griffey at the plate, not my best friend right now. And especially since he hit a single into left field, he's really not my friend anymore. So Ventura at first, and Ventura is a 2. S7, he's going to be a -2. So that takes him to a 0. And what was Coleman's arm is a +1. So he'll actually be a 1. So on a 1 on the red, he'll go 2, 3, 4, 5. He won't go. And a 6, he'll probably get thrown out. And of course, he will just stop at second. But, all right, that brings up Mike Cameron. Runners at first and second, nobody out. They're going to play. Corners are going to come in because Mike Cameron looks like he's going to bunt. And in fact, that is exactly what Mike Cameron is going to do. He's going to try to bunt. He's a good bunter. Here comes the pitch by Wilcox. Oh, 19. That's going to be trouble, though. 19. No, of course. Of course. Of course it is. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? That is a great bunt. Everyone's safe with a single. If you wouldn't have been a 5 bunter, if you would have been a 4 bunter, a 20 would have been bunted too hard and to ground into a double play. But that one is going to be a single, and now the bases are loaded. How many batters are you facing here, buddy? Maybe we should think about that. 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. That brings up Chris Timey. Wilcox can go 26. So this will be batter number 26. Bases loaded. Defense in. Come on, let's find some defense out there. Wilcox, let's get a strikeout. Do something. 3, 2. Possible strikeout. And it's too high. So Trimey is not going to strike out. Let's get a ground ball double play. We are playing in, by the way. In, and more in. Popped him up to short. No, that's okay. Popped him up to short because they won't be able to go anywhere. Brings up Ozzie Gillen. He's been on twice so far. Come on, Bob. You can do this. You can do this. He's not tired yet, so he still has his normal results. Lefty's a blank, unfortunately. Lefty's a blank. Come on. Let's get him out. 1-3, grounded to the pitcher. This could be double play materials here. This could be double play materials. Grounded right back to the pitcher. Grounded it back to the pitcher. Where? I think there is a ground ball double plays at 1. Only a 1. But they will get the runner out at home at least. But a 1, unless of course I roll a 6. A 6 means you can only go to first base. And of course, I freaking rolled a 6. I have to take the runner out at first. Out of 6. Otherwise, Let's say we roll 4. It's not a double play, but you can get the runner out at home. Wait a minute. What? Wait, what? How do they not score a run on that? Wait a minute. Let's undo that. I think I comment out undo. Yes, they should have scored a run on that. Let's try that again. Ground ball, pitcher. Oh, there we go. Advance. So there you go. Now they're up 2-1. Unbelievable. Anything but a 6. Lance Johnson. 2 outs. They will play back in normal. Bob Wilcox, 6-2. Lefty's blank. A righty would have been a strikeout. Lance Johnson gets a swing at it. That one's going to fall into right field. Not being able to make the catch out there. Right is Jay Brunner. And what kind of play are we going to have here now? The runner from third trots in. The runner at second is Cameron. 4-base runner, super fast. He gets a -1 because it went to right field on an S9. I'm sorry, second to home. He gets a +1. So he's a 4, he's a 5. He's a 5. And he's a 6 because there's 2 outs. Now the question is, the right fielder, Brunner, what is your... He's a -1. Okay, so it takes him back to a 5. So there's still a chance if we roll a 6, we could get him out. But more than likely, he's going to score. Yes, he does, of course. Single, score. Cameron, here comes the throw. Not in time. Lance Johnson, 2 RBI single. And that's going to be it for Soroka. As Jeff Shaw is going to come in. Jeff does not have any activity yet. So lineup, manager, add player. Shaw. Jeff. Jeff Shaw is a righty. That's fine. We will save the roster. Hit OK. Go back. Do pitcher. Jeff Shaw. He will come in on the... Ooh, that's a good question. Where will he come in on? Might have to do a double switch. Who are we going to take out? We will take out the second baseman, actually. So the pitcher spot's going to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He will go to the A spot. No, because that spot is due up. Wait a minute. No, wait. Yes, it is due up, so I can't do the second spot. Damn. Oh, and it can't be Jeff Shaw because that's the other team, by the way, you dummy. God, I'm so stupid. God. Oh, right, it's Lee Gutterman. And that's a lefty. So they're going to leave... They're going to actually leave Wilcox in to face off against Roberto Martin. He will be considered tired. So if we get a tired result, that's going to be bad. Runner in first. 4-1 is 3 runs come in for the White Sox. Unbelievable. 4-6. 4-6 is a home run check off of Bob Wilcox. Roberto Martin, not very good power hitter. He only hit 2 home runs the whole season. But against right-handed batters, he's a 4. We rolled a 4. That, my friends, is is a 2-run home run. And that really stinks. That will be it for Wilcox. Unbelievable as the White Sox blow this open in the 6th inning. The luck of the draw is just incredibly bad. Lee Gutterman is now going to come in. Lee Gutterman. He will bat 9th. It doesn't matter at this point. So Gutterman, the lefty, to face off against Dave Martinez, the lefty. Possible strikeout, but not in range. Gutterman almost got a strikeout there. Martinez got himself a 62. It's a ground ball to second. And that'll do it, but it's too bad. It's way too bad that the luck of the draw, the dice, everything went against us the whole inning, and they scored 5 runs out of nowhere. Felix Furman is up. A blank on Soroka. Actually, how many? He can go 25. But since his 25th battery is not, let's see, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. His 25th batter reached, but after that, 26th batter has not reached. So he's not considered tired. So that's a blank on Soroka. Furman, 5-3. Lefty is a ground ball to second. Versus a right-hander, that would have been a single, though. Damn. Dan Wilson, 0 for 2. Oh, what am I thinking? That's right, we're playing American League. I don't have to worry about where the damn pitcher bats. I was playing my 1992 Pirates, so I had to think about that. Now, I am complete. Oh, there's that Soroka 5-2 again. Another 5-2 on Soroka. That's like, it's got to be the 5th or 6th time we rolled that. Dan Wilson, 3-2. That's a star line 3. Fly ball to right. And we go to the top of the lineup. That is Vince Coleman. 1, 2, 3 inning. 2-5. Again! With Soroka, 2-5. What is up with this? Every stinking time it's a 2-5. 2-1 is going to be a double, though, so take that off my chest. Vince Coleman line 1 in there. Luis Sojo. Come on, Sojo. First base is open. Oh, and that will make Soroka tired, so he will be done. Now that will bring up Jeff Shaw. So Jeff Shaw will actually play on the right team this time. Jeff Shaw. No, he doesn't have a thing. Oops. Nope. We got to go down. Lineup, manager. No, we're just adding to Jeff Shaw to every team out there. What the hell, Jeff? He's that good. Righty. Okay. Save the roster. Okay. Flip back over. New pitcher. Jeff Shaw doesn't bat, right? Because we're American. We're American League teams. Where are we? Sojo against Saul. Sojo 2 for 3. This time it's a right-hander, though. He only hits 2 versus right-handers, a 12 versus lefties. So 5-2 is a blank on Shaw. Unbelievable. We switched the dice. It was a 2-5 on Soroka. On Jeff Shaw, it's a 5-2, and that's what we rolled. So it's like the dice know the best way possible to piss off ID Jester. Sojo, 2-1. Popped him up. 2 second. That'll... Nope, I got to click back over here now. Popped him up to second. And that's it. We go to the bottom of the 7th stretch time here. Gutterman will... Why not? We'll leave him in there. It's 6-1. What a beautiful game up until the 6th inning. Oh, jeez. Frank Thomas. 6-6 possible strikeout, and he's got him. Strike 3. Gutterman strikes out Frank Thomas. Go Gutterman. Lee Gutterman against Ventura. Let's see what he can do against Ventura. Blank. Nothing there. Ventura. 3-3, fly ball to center. Take that. 2 outs. And Lyle Mouton. 3-1 is blank. 1-2, and that's going to be ripped in the gap for a double for Lyle Mouton. 2 outs. Cameron against Gutterman. Possible walk, but that is out of range, so no walk. Cameron, 184 hitter. 2-1, popped him up to second, and that'll do it. We're going to the 8th inning. Shaw against Ken Griffey. Griffey's got to get things rolling if we got any chance at this. Come on, let's get the comeback, boys. And against the lefties, an auto single. There you go. Ken Griffey's aboard. Brings up Edgar Martinez, right-hander. 1-6 is a possible strikeout, and that is a 9, which is going to be out of range. He is a 9 -2, though, so no strikeout. 2-4, and that's going to be a single past second. Whoa, here comes the Mariners. Say S4, you need a base running of 3. Ken Griffey is a 3. We'll make it over to third base on the single. Going to third. So runners at first and third, nobody out. And they leave Shaw in. He's only faced 3 batters. Defense will play back. They will give up the run for a double play. Jay Brunner. He hit that one foul. That would have been a range play at the ballpark if the 20-sider wouldn't have jumped out. 4-2 is, and even better, it's a home run question mark. That is a 9. 4-2 is a home run question mark. Right-handers, it's a 1-10. That is a 9. And Jay Brunner has just hit a 3-run home run because he's a 1-20 versus right-handers, so it doesn't matter when I roll. That is gone. Jay Brunner, 3-run home run, and the Mariners are right back in this one. It is now a 6-4 ball game. And let's see what they want to do about Jeff Scholl. They're going to be done with him, I guess. They're going to go to Kirk McCaskill if he's available. Kirk McCaskill against Mike Blowers. Blowers got some power. He's hit 3 home runs. And he's been on base all 3 times. 2 singles and a walk. Kirk McCaskill, 1-4. Wild pitch, but nobody's on. We can ignore that. 52. That is a possible strikeout. And Blowers will strike out. So the first out of the inning. And that brings up Tito Martinez, the lefty. 4-3 possible strikeout. That's going to be an 8 when I hit it. Yes, it is. But it's not good enough. Martinez is a 9, -2 for Kaminsky Park. Takes him to a 7, so Kaminsky Park saves us again. Come on, Martinez. Make it worth it. 3-3. Nope. It's going to be ground ball right at the shortstop for the out. 2 quick outs after the big home run. Felix Furman. 2-3 error check. Oh, this one is just a flat up E question mark. I doubt it's going to be a question mark. Starline 5 is going to be down to first. And that's going to probably do it. I don't think the first baseman, Dave Martinez, is going to have a 17 error range. Nope, he's at 2. So that'll be a good play by the first baseman. And then, well, they pick up 3 runs. Now the question is if they can just keep it close here in the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Jeff Nelson. If Jeff Nelson, did we bring it? We haven't drawn in Jeff Nelson. Did we? No, we didn't bring in Jeff Nelson. So it's going to be Jeff Nelson against Chris Trimey, unless, let's see, does Seattle want to do anything? They do not. They are pretty content with everything the way it is. It's all over until it ain't over anymore, says Double D. Go Mariners. That's right. Chris Trimey. You never know what's going to happen. 6-6. Possible strikeout is out of range. Chris Trimey. 2-6. And that's going into left field. He rolled a 12. That'll be out of range. So that's going to be a fly ball to the left. Fly ball to the left. Ozzie Gillen. Ozzie. 4-4. Possible strikeout, and that is a 1. That is going to be a strikeout, just barely. He's -2 takes him to a 1, and that is a 1. So just barely a strikeout. But we will take it any way we can. That brings up Lance Johnson. Lance Johnson having himself a day. 2 singles and a double. 3 out of 4. 2-2 is going to be question mark versus the lefty. 1-12 will be a single, and he's done it again. Another single. Roberto Martin. Last time up, home run for Martin. Possible strikeout this time, and that will be a strikeout. So Jeff Nelson comes in and does his job. Gives the Mariners at least a little hope. They can get a couple runners on. McCaskill, and they will save Roberto in case it gets trouble. First man on, and McCaskill's out of there. Or do they just bring in the closer right now? They're gonna McCaskill, yeah, they'll trust him. He did have 2 saves on the season as well, so. Dan Wilson. Oh, Danny. What are you gonna do to me, Danny? I know what we're going to do. We're going to pinch hit for Dan. Seattle had all kinds of crazy things that happened. And it's going to be Doug Strange, the switch hitter, coming in. So, pinch hitter coming in, Doug Strange. All right, Doug Strange is up. Kurt McCaskill. Doug Strange is going to be batting lefties. He's a switch hitter. 52 possible strikeout. No strikeout. Come on, Doug. We need you on base, buddy. Let's start this off. And popped him up high into foul territory. Making a dash for it over there is the third baseman, Ventura. He's going to slide in. Make the catch. Popped him up. So Strange is out of there. Nope, wrong one. I'm going to put him on the Seattle team. That wouldn't have helped. All right, let's see. And then it's going to be Coleman and Sojo. They're not going to replace those guys. So it's up to Coleman, the switch hitter. Coleman, batting .273, has a hit, a strikeout, and a flyout, and a ground out. He's been all over the place today. McCaskill, 5-3. Hit by the pitch. That's going to be out of range, though. He is a +8, though, McCaskill. But Coleman's only a 3, which takes it to 11. That's a 15, so just out of range. All right, Coleman, we need you on, buddy. 1-4. That's going to be ground ball to second. Scooping that up is Martin. He's going to throw it on to first for the out. And Seattle is down to their last out. And I'm telling you, this was an interesting game. Nothing happening until the bottom of the 5th inning. Everything just cruising right along. Nobody, a couple hits here or there, but nothing going. Bottom of the 5th inning, the Chicago White Sox gets runners at second and third and nobody out. After all is said and done, they score 1 run. I'm thinking, wow, what a great stand there. Top of the 6th inning, very next half inning, Seattle gets runners at second and third with nobody out. And they got 1 run. Unbelievable. Back-to-back half innings where they get runners at second and third, and each team only ended up scoring 1 run. And then, of course, in the bottom of the 6th, I could go back and watch that because that was the craziest half inning we've had in a long time. It's like every single possible thing that could have went wrong. We had a chance to advance runners. They had chances to advance runners. Oh, it's just, Luis Sojo, last hope for the Mariners. 6-6 is a walk, and he's aboard. He takes that. He says, you know what? If you want to walk me, I will take it. Because that's going to bring up Ken Griffey Jr., the left-hander against Kirk McCaskill. And with the tying run coming up, they are not going to wait anymore. They were going to try to save him, but they're going to go to him. Roberto Hernandez is going to try and close this one out for Chicago. Tying run is at the plate in the form of Ken Griffey Jr., a left-hander. 6-4. Runner at first. Ken Griffey at the plate. Roberto Hernandez, he does have a special K rule as well, so we'll have to try to remember that. 5-4, hit by the pitch. He's a 5. Ken Griffey is a 0, so that will not be a hit by pitch. It's going to go to Ken Griffey's card. So Griffey, 258 average. This could be it. 3-4. Ground ball down to first. Martinez is going to take it to the bag himself, and that one's your ball game here. As Seattle cannot overcome that terrible bottom of the 6th inning, 5 runs scored. And we will end this game. The loss is going to go to Wilcox. Soroka. Save Hernandez, I guess. We'll give it to him. It doesn't really matter. I don't really care. Sure, save. Yes, sure. Override it. I don't care. All right, let's export these stats. Wow, what a game. I mean, it was a really good game, to be honest. It was a pitcher's duel, and it was, defensive stands by the defensive teams. It was really, really good. Unfortunately, Seattle is now lost. We have dropped a game. And let's see, this is game from September 17th, game 132, Chicago White Sox. It was a loss, 6-4. 6-4. The most important thing was 5-run 6 for White Sox. Besides that, so we dropped to 8-8, 50%, and our record is 67-65. 67-65. The real life Seattle was 69-63, so we're 2 games back at September 17th. 2 games back of what they were in real life. Alrighty, well, that is our game. Double D, our Red Sox fan. I jinxed you. That's when I showed up. It says Double D. It's alright, buddy. It was well worth you coming to watch, though, I'll tell you. So, there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, it's a Seattle loss. As I mentioned in the beginning of this live stream, though, you should check out, there is a really good, and I mean really good series. I'm going to try and this series right here, The Battle for Seattle from Dorktown. It is a really good series about the Seattle, especially it goes into depth in episode 2 and 3. Episode 2s and 3 about the 1995 season. So if you're interested in what we're doing here, check out episode 2 and episode 3 of The Battle for Seattle, Dorktown, episode 2s and 3s, which really go into details about this series, about what was happening in Seattle with them losing their bid to get a new stadium and the team wanting to move out of town and everything. So if you're interested, definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. As you can see, I was watching it I think it was actually last night. And it talks about some of the players that were carded here. Dave Martinez, Jay Brunner, Ken Griffey Jr., and all the stuff. So, anyways, definitely want you to, look at that if you're interested, because I didn't even realize as much stuff is going on, and all the, all the uphill fight and battle for the Seattle. If we go back to, say, like, if we go back to Seattle here, so right, Seattle Mariners, right? So if we go to like July, we'll just say July 18th, right? So we go there, then we can click on the scores and standings of the day, right? So like in July 18th, 1995, if we go to the divisions here, you can see Seattle. They were 7 games back at that point. Might have been later in the season. I'm trying to remember what year or what. At one point, they were like 24 or 14 games back. I think it was like the end of July. Let's go to like the end of July here. Let's go towards the end of July. Let's try let's go to July 30th. Maybe let's see what happens in July 30th. There's the. They're 11 games back in July 30th. So maybe it was even farther. Maybe it was like August. At one point, they were like 14 games out of it. Nobody cared about Seattle. The city didn't care if they stayed. Nobody was going to the games. And, blah, blah, blah. And then to have this absolutely amazing comeback, it's worth remembering and going back and watching that series, because it's so good and explains so much. I couldn't even do it half as good a justice as them guys. I could try to explain it to you guys, but just go watch that episode and then let me know what you think of it afterwards. Alrighty, well, that's it for us. Your final score here from Chicagoland, unfortunately, is a loss, 6-4 to the White Sox, but they did take 2 out of 3, and that is good. We took 2 out of 3 versus Minnesota, and that is good. So as long as we keep winning 2 out of 3, hopefully we can, like I said, we were 4-7 not too long ago, and now we're 8-8. So we're making a little bit of a comeback. Hopefully we can keep on the nice track and at least finish, because what happened in 1995 was Seattle and California ended the season tied. They tied at the end of the season, so they had a 1-game playoff to see who was going to the playoffs, who was going to actually make it in the playoffs. So if we end up 1 game back, Seattle moves out of town. They get sent to Tampa. Actually, I think at the time they were going to be going to Tampa at the time. I think they were thinking about moving to Tampa. Anyways, go watch the series. It's awesome. Unfortunately for us, it wasn't an awesome day at the ballpark. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.